Weehaw! 4th of July it is, and I made it here today. Didn't think I was gonna do it. Don't you hate it when the ice cubes get in the way of sucking in all the juice? Celery juice, straight up celery juice. And good morning. I'm Jane. I had to think about that for just a second. These are the first words I've spoken this morning. And this is the PB&J influence. And this is one question a day live. And the one question a day comes from this journal right here until you all start getting with the program and hopping on here and somebody can ask me a burning question that they have for me and I will answer it. Oh my goodness. So I bet you all are having a lovely day. It is the 4th of July in the United States. And that, my friends, is a big day in this country. And if you're not from this country, then it's just a regular day like every other day. But for all of you who are out there and other places, this is when everyone in the United States celebrates our independence, our freedom. I'm not even going to go on about that. Anyway, so I hope you all are going to have a fantastic day. I am coming to you live from Dallas, Texas, where currently it is 79 degrees and we've got 84% humidity and a 40% chance of rain today, which, you know, hasn't happened yet. Every day they've been saying rain. Hasn't happened. So I'm thinking that maybe it's just going to be a little bit cloudy and it's all going to be great. So you know what? This is where you guys join up with me. I go live here and we have a little chitty chat, right? And I'm just going to answer a question, which these questions from this journal aren't that deep, but sometimes I take them to a deeper level just for fun, like stretchy pants. Did any of you guys see Nacho Libre, that movie? That's what that's from. Stretchy pants, just for funs. Yeah. Yes, some of the movies I have watched have not been the most, sophisticated. That being one of them, it's actually a hilarious movie. Okay, so I'm going to answer the question today. And if you by chance are watching this later on the replay and you have a question, just type it in the comment box below. I'll answer it. Okay, whoa, we're not even on the right day. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I never look at these questions ahead of time. That's the golden rule here. I have to be surprised and answer it for real on the spot. No rehearsal, no forethought, no premeditated answer, whatever, okay? So the question is, what makes me feel patriotic? What makes you feel patriotic? I went through a big phase years ago where I felt really patriotic. Like I was like really, really, really into it. There's so many things in our country that are kind of interesting right now, I shall say. Just so you know, I hope I don't upset you with this, but I do not participate in politics. So I can't get offended one way or the other. I just kind of remove myself from it, sit back and watch the show. Actually, I don't even watch much of the show because most of it you see on the news. I'm so detached from that because I don't have a television and I haven't watched TV for 7 years. I do, however, know who the president is, and that's about it. I don't know what's going on every single day, minute to minute. Like some people really, really watch politics very closely. It was too much for me to handle all of the hype and the BS. And I mean, it's just every time we vote, I almost feel like it's a choice between two evils. Just never seems like the people that are the president are really the people that are running the country. They're just kind of the front man. I don't know. These are just my personal opinions. regardless, I have just removed myself from the whole situation so I don't lose my mind over it. And my reality has been going on just beautifully without all of it. So what makes me feel then patriotic? I feel like I should look up the word patriotic, but I don't have it. Maybe I can look it up on my phone. Hold on, you guys. I am just going to do that right now. Hold on. Sorry it's taken so long. Patriotic definition. Boom. Having or expressing devotion to and vigorous support for one's country. Having or expressing devotion to and vigorous support for one's country. Devotion and vigorous support to my country. What makes me feel patriotic? I don't know. I've always lived here. I have not served in the armed forces. I only know a few people that have, and I don't know them very well. I'm sure they feel very patriotic. I don't know. You guys, I am really stumped on this one. I think our country is an amazing place, and yet I have not lived and experienced other places throughout the world to really give you a valid thought process on how I feel about our country. I've never known any different. Isn't that interesting? I think that's because we're in a bubble. And if you've never known anything different than this country, how can you really know if it's phenomenal or what it's like in comparison to other places? I do know that we do have a lot of freedoms here compared to some places that you hear about. And I think that's fabulous. I think we probably need to have more freedoms. I feel like our freedoms maybe are getting crunched together, reduced, maybe condensed. I don't know. Well, what makes me feel patriotic? I'll tell you what, here's a good little story. Nothing against Mexico or Tijuana, but one time about 30 years ago, I went to Tijuana. And I went with a woman who had been helping care for my children, and she was from TJ. And so she wanted to go to TJ and she wanted to take me with her. And I said, okay. So I went with her. And so I got to go like behind the scenes in TJ. And wow, what I saw was amazing. People were literally living in closet-sized spaces, all like right in a row, kind of like a storage unit type thing, but just little closet spaces. People were living like that every day. And the streets were where we were dirty and, dogs running all over the place. And this is an accurate description of the part of TJ that I saw. When we came back across the border, and mind you, I lived in San Diego at the time. So getting into TJ, it's only like it's only 30 minutes away from where I lived at the most, not a big trip. And coming back into the country was like coming up out of water for a breath of air when you've been under for a long time. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to be back on United States soil. It was crazy. I really, at that moment, that right there, I think was a huge feeling of gratitude for the United States and patriotism for sure. Yeah, that right there. So there you go. What are you guys doing today on the 4th of July? I hope you're all going to have lots of fun. It's just a great time to take a break. It's in the middle of the summer. Have fun. Thanks for dropping in with me today, and I hope to see you again tomorrow sometime. I say between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. Central Time, but guess what? That's changing. I'm moving it a little bit later. It looks like it's going to be somewhere between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Excuse me, Central Time. And that's Texas time, people. That's the real time. Okay. Bye for now.